Morning. Yep, we're back in the mini orchard. We're going to go ahead and finish pruning up the cherries and the apricots. Get the parsnips out of here that have been spent. We're also going to do some watering while we're back here this morning before the sun gets up. Well, good morning, Barthos. All the chickens are talking to me. They're like, Mom's here. And of course, while we're pruning, we'll be doing some weeding, you know. And life is awesome. So let me go on and get started. And let's go ahead and make them cherries look like them peaches. Catching a few. Alright, cherries are pruned. Woo woo! Apricots are next, kind of. Gotta change the water over. But what I'm gonna do, again, pruned, weeded, which is awesome, being that I've lost over half of my tomatoes. The volunteers here, there's another one there in the corner, there's another one over there at the far corner. I'm going to use my logs and attach them to the T-post here, because my cherry is not all the way over on this side, and I'm going to let these tomatoes, at least these three for sure, take this corner over. If that means I lose a couple of orchas, then I lose a couple of orchas. Yeah, tomatoes, I don't have them. I've lost a lot. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, this side over here originally was the beefy tomatoes. So hopefully that's what these guys are. I think these guys over here were my yellow pear, but I don't know. I've got another tomato that's over there, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a tripod up and let them grow, because they came up on their own. They're still hanging out. I'm going to let them hang. All right, let me get this tripod built and, you know, see if I can do something with these tomatoes to let them know it's okay to grow there, and change the water out, and then I'll come over and I'll start working on the apricot, because they're overgrown as well. But it's okay. It's part of the process. All right. Talk to you in a few. All right. Clean and clear. Apricots pruned to espalier done. Everything's cut to about a 1-inch little stem piece, and it just recomposts in place. Same thing with the cherries. You know, compost in place. Whew, goodness. All right, I'm gonna have to make sure Wednesday when I go to the store, tomorrow basically, I buy another roll of surveyor's tape. Twisty tie long term is just gonna girdle the branch, and being this is a new branch to take this row. Yes, I have to get it trained while it's still green, but it can't stay twisty tie. A twisty tie will girdle it and hurt the branch long term. And there are several branches that I've done that. I did this one over here with a piece of string, because they once it gets wooden like this, it's not going to bend without snapping. So you have to do it while it's green. So, you know, this one right now is still staying down. Nope, I did it with string too. Anyway, there's several that I had to do. I can't, for the life of me, cannot find my surveyor tape. So, I'm going to end up buying 2 rolls. One to work with and one so I always have a spare. I don't know why I don't have a spare now. I always have 2 of everything. Anyway, life is awesome. They're done. They're done. Oh, wow, it was down here. You can see where I put the wood, just kind of string it to the T-post. The T-post will support the weight. And that way, that tomato and this tomato, I didn't put any string around it. It's still small. And that tomato can go to the oak here and this T-post, and I can have some tomatoes. You know, and hopefully this one, if I do it right, should not interfere with the orchas. That one I didn't tie up yet. I don't, where he's at, I just don't know. Madness that he'll not be in the way. And this is the orchard. That was what was going on this year, is orchard. Orchard gets priority. So I don't know. I don't know how to do him, because if I'm standing straight in front of him, does that make sense? My apricot she's right here, and he will interfere with that. So I just don't know. Anyway, I do need to come over here, and I've got 3 oak logs here, so I can go ahead and put a tripod and bring this tomato into the fold here, and maybe let it shade the St. John's wort here a little. Cannot interfere with the pomegranate. Again, orchard has priority in here. So let me get busy, because that way I can do some weeding. Shouldn't be anything growing at my door. You know, a little weeding around the hoop tunnel. I will probably also take all the plastic off. We're at a point now where it doesn't matter. You know, I get hail, then I lose a plant. It's just, we're so late in the season. I don't need any plastic on there. All right, let me get busy. Talk to you in a few. All right, little TP tripod's up. It's the second one. I'll get him kind of out of the aisle. Excuse me. He's got a sucker that kind of took off, and that's okay. I'm going to let him stay along with the major one, and I'll just kind of have him go up different poles. Again, the long term is because I lost so many tomatoes. And I'm not sure what kind this one is. 5 years I've been here, I've not put a tomato in this bed. I've never had a tomato in that bed or in that bed. So he's definitely a bird put him somewhere. Now he's here. I'm gonna let him grow so that I can have some tomatoes. Now I will manage him to make sure that he doesn't interfere with the pomegranate. He's got to grow on that side. He can shade the nostrums and he can shade the St. John's wort type thing. That's what's happening. All right, I'm gonna go get that black barrel over there. I'm gonna start taking off plastic off the hoop tunnel. Just kind of see what's going on. Talk to you in a few. Tripod's built. All the plastic is off the hoop tunnel. And my door's falling apart. I'm gonna have to take it off. Everybody's watered. It's by sweating here. Went ahead and made sure I got my tomato climbing up and over the hoop tunnel here. You know, why? So I can reach in and harvest tomatoes right here on the inside. Yay! Having said that, I think both of these are Sweet 100s based off of the running of the tomatoes. So I think both of these are Sweet 100s. This one I'm not sure of. It is the only unknown tomato in here that survived. Which sucks. Hopefully it's a Cherokee Purple, but it might not be. I don't know. And that tomato. That one is a Sweet 100 that has made it back. Everybody else passed. So what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So of 12 buckets, I have 4 tomatoes. Which is why my volunteer tomatoes got arches to grow. So what do I need to do? I need to get my shade covers to shade this side. As long as I get shade covers here, everybody gets dappled sun. And we'll do awesome. I've done the same thing the last 2 years. I do want to go ahead and get that up today. You know, just to help keep everybody happy. And then some of my strawberry spinaches are starting to bolt. But this is really good in a salad. You know, but you can see he's bolted. He's not ripe yet, but he's got the spikies going on, which is okay, because I have, this one has not bolted yet, but I've also got babies. So, which is one of the reasons why I like the strawberry spinach. It has a much longer growing season. That one is not bolted yet. That one has started to bolt. You know, that one's not bolted, and it's just, keep it going. I will have strawberry spinach in my salads. Just gotta make sure I pick my weeds. So when I cut and come again, it's all, and like this is a large one. And then you look down underneath him right there, and there's a baby one. So, you know, I enjoy my spinach in my salad, I won't lie. Alright, let me go on and get done. I've got stuff that I'm taking up the hill. And it doesn't need to be in this area anymore because it is not the annual garden. I thought I was going to move it from here into over there. I never got done over there, so it just needs to go up into the garden shed. And as I go up and do that, I will bring the shade covers down and get it clamped into place. And then we'll call it a day. Because besides the hoop tunnel, I'm in full sun. life is awesome. All right, talk to you in a few. All right, shade covers are up. Now all this does is dapple the shade. And the easiest way to see it is on the black plastic. If you look at the right, you'll see a really dark line right there. That's actually where the bricks provide 100% shade. And then you can see it's kind of speckled. That is where the shade cloth is. And then this is kind of from where it's folded over here, so it's got to go through it twice on this side. And I've only done half of it, and that's because this side, I'm going to come in the hoop, this side here on the right gets morning sun. Balance is an awesome thing when I have it. Gets morning sun. And so it's good, it lets the sun in all the way in. And then about here we hit about noon, and then 2, 4, 5 o'clock. So the high heat is dappled. You can already see where, those are bright sunlight, and then those are dappled. It's dappled shade or dappled sun. They still get sun. Ooh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to hit the camera. They still get sun, but they also get some shade. They don't get the intense afternoon heat. And what that will do is my baby strawberry spinaches that will in here, it won't make them bolt in a month. They'll be able to last for a little while. Having said that, I'm going to have to replace the door. It's attached up here, and you can look at it. It goes, it's done. It's done, poor door. I also put one of the shade cloths up on the peppers. Now I'm going to be done in here for today. It's getting warm. I did the same thing last year. They got water this morning, but how do I say this? They're up at the top of the hill here. Water runs downhill. So while they get water, this is a drier area for them. So you can look at that one. They get a little wilty in the sun. Not dead. You see, they're not dead. Some of them are doing awesome. They're just a little too much sun, too intensely for them. So giving them the shade cloth, and you can see it. It's sunny on both sides, but it gives them a shade cloth, which gives them that break. It's like, oh, we can take a break. It's a little cool. So we'll see how that works. This is a smaller piece. It doesn't go all the way, but I don't want to interfere with my elderberry. So those two might not make it. We'll just see. We'll see. Piece at a time. That's all I can do. All right. Having said that, I got to finish taking trash out, stuff that belongs in the annual garden. That this is no longer the annual garden, so it doesn't get to stay here. So, me in the orchard. We'll talk to you later.